Hi everybody, welcome back. Um, so for my recipe today, I'm making Philly cheesesteak. Not really. Not really. Not really.
Not really.
I love Philly cheesesteak, and I would eat it if I was in Philly. um, Here in Canada, they really don't make it that great. Some restaurants do, I guess, ish. It's passable. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna make it in a sloppy Joe style. So I'm making it with hamburger. It's probably a lot cheaper, and it tastes just as good. So, yeah, so I'm making Philly cheesesteak sloppy joes. I'm only using a half pound of hamburger because if I was to use a pound of hamburger, I would get, like, the big buns. I would get 6 of those, and Scott and I can't eat that much. So I'm only going to use a half pound. So if you're cooking for a big family and you need to have more, just use a pound of hamburger. So I mean, $5, and whatever you pay for, green pepper, an onion, Worcestershire sauce. Um, Everybody has in their house. Ketchup, everyone has in their house. Beef broth, everyone probably has in their house. Um, Mushrooms. What else do you need? Mushrooms, provolone cheese. Not everybody has that in their house, so that's probably the most expensive part of this meal is to buy provolone cheese. No idea what that noise just was. Strange noises in my house. Um, yeah, salt, pepper, uh, cornstarch. Everybody has in their house generally. Um, yeah, so um, it's going to be really good. So stick around. First, you're just going to want to brown up hamburger. Obviously, that's number one. I'm just going to drain this. If you use lean ground beef, you shouldn't really have a whole lot to drain. So I'm just putting in my onions and my green peppers. So I got about a half a small onion and a half a green pepper. And it already smells fantastic. gonna toss some butter. Now it's up to you how much Worcestershire sauce you want to put. I like it, so I'm putting quite a bit. I'd say maybe a couple of teaspoons. Ketchup. Not a whole lot of ketchup. Okay guys, this is where we're going to make our slurry. So we need a cup of beef broth. Oh, splash. Cup of beef broth. And to make the slurry, sorry, I put my spoon under the camera. You're going to take a, oh that smells so bad. It tastes so good but it smells so bad. You're going to take a tablespoon of cornstarch. I'll do heaping. It'll thicken up faster. Stir that into the beef broth. And knowing you're not going to get lumps, it's cornstarch. That's your slurry. That's how you make a slurry. The mess is going to go directly into your pan. So I'd actually turn the heat off for a minute because I don't want it too hot when I pour my slurry in. I just want it warm. That may not make sense to you guys, but in my head, that's what I like to do. And at this point, this is when I'm going to add the mushrooms. The reason I didn't add the mushrooms before is because I don't like, well, number one, they're canned mushrooms instead of fresh mushrooms. And I don't like soggy, overcooked mushrooms. So that's a can because I like mushrooms. So that's why that seems like a lot. So now we're just going to kind of mix this up and wait for it to heat up a little bit. And then all this is going to kind of marry together and it's going to get nice and thick. And it's going to be awesome. Just mix it around really, really good. Now, some of you might like your mushrooms minced a little bit more than that. I kind of want chunks. Because I like mushrooms. So we're just going to let that heat up. Nice and thick. So once you start seeing it thicken up, you probably start dropping in your provolone. Now I've left mine out while I got this all together because I wanted it a little drier so it didn't melt as fit. I mean, it's just slices, it's not chunks. I mean, had I had chunks, I would have put fresh Fresh provolone. So the edges are dry. Provolone melts so good, so you really don't have to really worry about it, but there's always a method to my madness. Stirring so your cheese doesn't get all clumpy. About where I turn the heat off. Keep it on the burner. Because if you don't, your cheese is going to start burning to the bottom of the pan. Your slurry's starting to work, everything's getting thick and gooey, and it's great. Nice stringy cheese. This is going to be messy. Oh, the dog likes it.
Yeah.
Hot.
Very hot, but very good.
It's a hit. Thanks for coming. Keep smiling.